Hey loves, it's Tony and welcome back to my channel. You might have been expecting the latest installment of my podcast, but I actually have something much more interesting planned for us today. It's yarn! That is right, babes. My friends over at Lion Brand sent me a big box of some of their new stuff and some things that they're kind of re-merchandising, re-releasing for the fall. And we are going to open it together, and you better believe there's going to be a giveaway at the end, so make sure you stick around. If you're a fan of unboxings and free yarns, make sure you hit the thumbs up on this video and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss one. All right, this box has been sitting in my studio for like 4 days and I haven't been able to open it, so I'm about to adjust this camera situation and we're gonna get into it right now. All right, let's get this out of here. Oh boy, oh boy. Whoa, okay, I lost a couple. Let me grab those. Wow. Okay. Wow is literally all I can say right now because I am floored by these colors, these textures. I'm just going to keep it all, thanks. No giveaway today. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh boy, where to begin? They're all so pretty. I think we're going to start right here because that's where my hand is. So this one is absolutely gorgeous just from the touch of it. I haven't played around with this yet, but this is Lion Brand Mako Cotton. Now this is from their LB collection, which is their luxe line of yarns, and it's only available on their website. So a few specs on this yarn. It's Mako Cotton, $5.99 a ball. This is a 50-gram ball, and this colorway is called Mint. How pretty. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to pull them all in because honestly, all three of these together. So this is Mint, Orange, and light gray. Honestly, they didn't even have to give them fancy cutesy names because they're perfect on their own. So some things about the Mako Cotton, it's lightweight, smooth, and strong because Mako Cotton has a long staple length, and that has to do with the length of the fibers. So since the fibers are long in this type of cotton, you really get a smooth texture compared to something like a kitchen cotton. And this cotton is worked up as a chainette. You can see it a little bit. So a chainette is where the fibers themselves, instead of just being twisted like something like this, where the fibers are just twisted around each other, these fibers are actually almost like knitted into a tiny tube, and you work with that. So that really helps with some stitch definition, and it also helps with the just increasing the strength of the fiber itself. This yarn is absolutely gorgeous, and I wish you could feel this. It is crazy soft. It honestly feels like pushing on like a pillow, like a premium pillow. Since this is so lightweight and the yarn is so strong, you actually get way more yarn per 50-gram ball than you would for a classic cotton. So that's nice, you know, more yarn for the money is always a good thing. It comes in some brights and some classics. Clearly, I have two brights here. I feel like these have been the colors of the summer, like mint and coral are just the thing. And then I grabbed a light gray to go with it too. I feel like these would be beautiful together for a top. Like it's soft enough that anything I made with it, I need to go against my skin. So I feel like a summer top would be great. And you know what else would be good for this? Baby things. So like little amigurumis, baby blankets, baby sweaters, whatever feels good. I'm obsessed with it. And since it's cotton too, it's going to be nice and breathable. I mean, honestly, there's nothing that you won't love about this yarn. So that's LB Mako Cotton. Let's move on to the next. Come to mama. Oh boy. I've been waiting to get my hands on this for so long. This is For Faux, which was a yarn from Lion Brand for quite a while, but they came out with a thick and quick version. Original For Faux is a level 6 super bulky weight. This one is a level 7 jumbo. That means that this is going to work up so quickly. Look how thick just this one strand is. So if we look at this, it's 100% polyester, completely faux fur. So if you have any concerns about that, don't worry. No animals were harmed in making the For Faux, okay? Just relax. So you're only getting 24 yards though out of this 120-gram ball. So that is definitely one thing to keep in mind. And I feel like For Faux thick and quick especially is for those really quick projects. So you're making like a home decor item, maybe like a pillow. These are $7.99 a ball for the 120-gram ball. But if you're knitting this is definitely going to go really far. Even crocheting it, I feel like you can probably get away with 3 or 4 of these for a small project. But one thing that I definitely wanted to check when I got the Go For Faux is many of you might know that Go For Faux, when it first came out, had a hideous shedding problem. And they say on the website that it's going to shed some when you work on it, maybe the first time you wash it, but eventually the shed yarn will come out. But what I'm noticing is that I am not getting any shed off of this yarn. Nothing's coming off of my hands. Let's check the other color. So this one is Baked Alaska. This is just that solid cream color. This one is one of their pretty pastels. This one's called Pink Poodle. They have like a purple one now, and they also have a blue. No shed off of that, so that's good. This one is called Husky. I think this is probably one of my favorites. It's got like gray undertones with like a lighter gray on top of it. Very pretty. It's like it has highlights or something. I don't know. It's really, really cute, but no shedding off of that either. And this one is called Chow Chow. How cute. Like, can you deal? They look like little puppies, but they're not real puppies. It's faux. Go For Faux. Not real puppies. Okay. Also no shedding. So that's really exciting. That was one of the reasons why I was resistant to try this yarn before, because I saw some pretty disturbing photos of people's laps covered in faux fur. So I was like, yep, not going to be doing that. So like I said, it comes in some neutrals and really natural looking colors. And then it also comes in some kind of playful pastels. There's a pink, a blue, and a purple. All very, very pretty, depending on what you're making. So that's Go For Faux Thick and Quick. That runs for $7.99 for the 120 gram ball, and you're getting about 24 yards in the ball. Okay, let's move on to the next. Mama loves luxury. Woo. All right, we are back to that LB collection, and this, my friends, is Merino Camel. Now, I feel like I have to get my very posh voice on to talk about this, because I was doing some research on Merino Camel, and I was like, this stuff feels like very fancy. So just to break down what it is, first off, one thing to know is that it's a level 2 fine. And what that means is that it's right above a fingering weight, right below a DK. So this is some thin stuff. Let's take a look at one of the strands here. Like, it's pretty thin. It's not as thin as like sock yarn. Here, I'm going to switch colors. It's definitely thinner than a worsted, lighter than a DK, so lighter than baby yarn even, but that makes it so you can have a lot more versatility with a yarn like this. Like, I imagine that you can use this for some really beautiful color work or like some finer weight projects. So if you wanted to make like a really luxurious scarf or like a very modern luxe hat, this would be the perfect yarn for it. So let's talk a little bit about that Merino Camel blend. So Merino itself, which I'm sure you've squished at least once in your life, is known for its softness, and also it's just very popular right now. I feel like there's a lot of indie dyers and a lot of big box yarn companies that are playing around with Merino. And then Camel is just so classic, and it's known for its stitch definition, and also it's just being luxurious and really, really smooth. And this yarn is insanely smooth. What I appreciate about it too is like it's got a little bit of fuzz on it, but it doesn't have much of a halo. So again, that stitch definition is going to be fantastic. So this comes in a 50 gram ball, and a 50 gram ball is about $7.99. And honestly, for a Merino Camel blend, that is actually fantastic. And you can see here from these colors, you're getting some really classic colorways. So we've got a burgundy here. This one is called, oh, it's just called burgundy. And it's a really good red. I would say in person, this feels a little bit more purple to me, but it's definitely coming up reddish burgundy on camera. So I appreciate that. This one is navy, and it's just a really good classic navy blue. That's good stuff. This one, this good tan. I feel like this is the classic camel color. This one is called tan. And then this one, I think is called, oh, this one's called olive. Sorry, I was going to call it moss, but she is olive. And I feel like of all the four, and honestly, of all the colors that this is available in, this is probably my favorite. It's just such a good deep green. I love how saturated but still muted the colors are. You get that kind of old Hollywood glam. I got all fancy, but you know, I'm not stuffy. I'm still cool. Like, I don't know. Something about this just feels very like mature, but still, it's still fashion, darling. Like, I just love it. So this is merino camel from the LB collection. Again, just remember that you can only get this off of the Lion Brand website. Details on all of these yarns will be down in the description. The last couple yarns are a few newbies from the Lion Brand collection. We've got Basic Stitch Anti-Pilling and Basic Stitch Premium. Now I'm going to give them their own spotlight, but these are obviously from the same line of yarn. So Basic Stitch Anti-Pilling is one of those kinds of yarns that I could see in my stash on a regular basis. If you think about acrylic yarns, they tend to pill, especially those projects that are like the most loved, like baby blankets that are dragged around, or like a blanket that you and your whole family likes to lay under. So after a while it might pill and you might feel the urge to start pulling those pills off. The nice thing about Basic Stitch is that before the yarn is spun into this really beautiful twist, the fiber itself is treated to be anti-pilling. So even if it does pill up, you can just drop it in the wash and then in the dryer and all those pills will disappear. One of the exciting things about Basic Stitch Anti-Pilling is that it comes in so many colors. It comes in 42 total colors, and it comes in heathers, which you can kind of see that this red is slightly heathered. There's lighter and darker bits of the red in here. It comes in what's called marls, and that's M-A-R-L. So what you can notice about this yarn, once I get her in focus, is that you've got a strand of white and a strand of gray, and they're going around each other. So that's called marled. This one is a multi, so it's multicolored. And this colorway is actually called High Valley, and I really, really like this one. It's got some pinks and some aqua blues, some powder blues, some tan and some white. I think that's absolutely gorgeous. The color will pool really nicely. And then it's got solids. So this solid is called Mustard, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Like, this is the perfect mustard yellow. My goodness. So since you have so many options, 42 total options over the range of the yarn, I'm 100% sure you'll be able to find the perfect yarn for your project. So Basic Stitch comes in, I think the solid and the heather are both 185 yards for 100 grams. And then the marls and the multi are 150. Oh, the marls is 157. The multi is 153. So you get a little bit less yardage for like the fancy colors or whatever. But I'm really digging this heather situation. I don't know if it's coming up super well on camera. You guys let me know. But I really like the depth of color in here for the multi, even though the solid is absolutely beautiful. I think the nice thing about this yarn is that it can be your go-to, easy to pick up, like for whatever you happen to be making. You're talking about $4.99 for a ball of this, but I did see this at my local Joann recently, so I think that means that you'll be able to use your coupons. So definitely check your local Joann store if you're able, but you can also get this on the Lion Brand website. So this is Basic Stitch, and you know, what I've been hearing from the grapevine is this is going to become their new everyday acrylic. So get used to it because it's going to be around a lot, but the feel of it is nice. It's nice that it's anti-pilling. It's nice that it comes in so many different colors. It's nice that it's easily accessible. So depending on what type of projects you like to make, Basic Stitch could be a great option for you. Now let's talk about Basic Stitch Premium. So this is supposed to be kind of the fancy schmancy version. Basic Stitch Premium, one thing to note is that it is not anti-pilling. It's just like a normal acrylic yarn that we've been using forever. It's got a better feel to it. It's way softer, I would say, compared to the Basic Stitch Anti-Pilling. It's way softer. I kind of like the colors more. As you can see, the colors are a little bit more saturated. I think the color range is really nice. So instead of like primary colors, you're getting some really nice depth in your colors, and you're getting kind of this off primary color range. So the colors that I have here are Cayenne. They even have more fun names. So this one is called Cayenne, and it's just this really gorgeous orange. I wish you could see it in person. It's a little bit darker in person, and I think that makes all the difference. So that's Cayenne. This one is Opal. How cute is she? It's this really pretty baby pink. It's just that classic baby pink. This color is called Charcoal. Honestly, I feel like Lion Brand can't come out with a line of yarn if there is not a charcoal. And then this one is called Ivy. Is it just me, but like Cayenne, Opal, and Ivy, like I feel like these girls should be best friends. They're all like 86 years old, and they love to play bridge and walk and gossip, and they're best friends. Like, these colors together, I'm seriously a fan. You can throw in the charcoal if you want to, but it's not necessary. Basic Stitch Premium is gonna run you $4.99 for the 100-gram ball as well. But the nice thing about this is, similar to Basic Stitch anti-pilling, I feel like this can be an easy yarn to be your go-to, like to really fill your stash, to use for all the types of projects that you love. These would be great for accessories. You can definitely use this for a sweater. I think this would be perfect. Using it for blankets, I think this would be great for amigurumi as well. It's a really good worsted. It doesn't have too much fuzz coming off of the fibers, which is nice. So I think this is just a really good, easy to grab go-to yarn. And I saw this one as well at my local Joann store. So I think you could definitely fall in love with this yarn. And like I said, I'm hearing through the grapevine that these are kind of here to stay. These are the new kids on the block. I think we might be having some Basic Stitch for years to come. All right, love, so we've gone through all the yarns. You've heard my favorites, and now I definitely want to hear about yours. Details for all of the yarns and links to purchase them are below, but now let's talk giveaway. So I'm going to put some details right here, but all you have to do to win this giveaway is to like this video and then drop down into the comments and let me know what's your favorite from the box. So we did the Mako Cotton, we did the For Faux Thick and Quick, we've got some Merino Camel, we got Basic Stitch Anti-Pilling, and Basic Stitch Premium. So let me know which one's your favorite and what you would make with it. Please note that this giveaway is open to US residents only, and I will be choosing a winner on August 22nd. I'll put that name down in the description, so make sure you check back on the 22nd to see if you've won. Good luck, and thank you so much for hanging out with me today.